Hey y'all, welcome. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Listen y'all, I want to hear from you. I want to know your thoughts on this topic. Do you feel like the pandemic is over now? President Biden recently spoke to 60 Minutes. He did a 60 Minutes interview, and in the interview he covered a lot of different topics. One of them, he was asked, about the pandemic being over, and he replied, yes, it was over. But he did acknowledge that as a country, we still face some problems with that. People are still being, diagnosed with that. Several different things. There's still some, in certain cases, mandates and guidance. I hear that the guidance has also been updated as well. But I would like to know your thoughts on that particular topic. Do you agree with President Biden in his statement that the pandemic is over? Right away, I say, okay, well, just like that, all it takes is just him saying it's over for it to be over. Are there any significant changes? Did anything change? Were there any recent developments that would, what is the science, behind his saying that the pandemic is over? Well, for those of you all who have been following me for quite some time now and supporting me here on the channel, you know that I reported that Bill Gates said that, there are going to be other pandemics. And, they could present, more challenges than the one that we faced beginning back in March of 2020 here in the U.S. So I would like to know your thoughts on that topic. Again, I'm asking the question, okay, according to President Biden, he is alleging that the pandemic is over, okay? But, he's talking about the pandemic related to the thing, okay? You all can look up. I don't want to say it right here on the channel because you know how YouTube is these days with the censoring, and I don't want to get accused of misinformation again, okay? So you all know exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about misinformation and the pandemic related to the thing. But then I also wonder, is he saying, okay, that particular pandemic is over? But, like I said, Bill Gates said that there are more pandemics coming that may be, present more challenges. He may not have said it exactly like, I'm not saying word for word, but he alluded to the fact that there are more pandemics coming, or the next pandemic may present, more challenges than the one, like I said, that we faced back March 2020. Again, y'all, we got to ask questions, what makes him say that it's over? I wonder what it took in his eyes for him to believe that the pandemic is over. Do you all believe that? What are you seeing that's different now than, let's say, a month ago, several months ago? Not, let's say, okay, even closer than a month ago, a few days ago, a few weeks ago, months ago, last year. What's different? What's really different? Okay, you can say, well, Andrea, in certain cases, mask mandates have been relaxed, and that may be true, but I'm learning, and I also saw this as I was doing my research. The Head Start program. Are you all familiar with the Head Start program? The Head Start program, from my understanding, is a federally funded program. And although some states have implemented legislation that protects parents' rights when it comes to schools, for example, some states have enacted legislation, passed legislation. There are laws now where parents can choose whether or not they allow their student to wear masks at school. Okay, my state is one of them. However, did you all know that with the Head Start program, okay, a federally funded program from my understanding, did you all know that those children, okay, very young children, do you know that they're still required to wear masks? They're mandated to wear masks. Even though the state laws may have changed now. From my understanding, the federal law is still in place. And, you know, I don't know if that's right, y'all. I don't really feel like that's right. I feel like, you know, the parents should have, I personally feel like parents should have a say-so in whether or not they choose to allow their child to wear masks. What do you all think about that? But, you know, by him making that statement, now saying that the pandemic is over, I wonder if he's going to take away that mandate that children in the Head Start program have to wear masks. I'd be curious to find that out. But you all let me know. Do you feel like the pandemic is over? That's what President Biden said. And if so, you know what? I would like to know if you think it's over, or if you don't think it's over. I would like to know, based on your opinion, what you feel like is the criteria in order for the pandemic to be over. Now, you know, I have the opportunity to travel to different areas, and you know, I still see signs. Hey, you can pull up here, get tested. You can get the jab. I still see those signs, and I see those signs. A lot of them are in Black communities. You all let me know, are you seeing the same thing in your area? And you know, from the very beginning, I've always felt like the Black community was a target for testing, for, you know, getting the jab. You know, it just seemed to me, and you know, I may upset some of you, but I'm just speaking, this is how I feel. You can, you know, certainly disagree if that's how you feel, but you know, how is it that when it comes to reparations, you know, we are not a priority, although that is something that is supposed to be given to us, okay, reparations. How is it that we can't even really have conversations and, you know, talks? We can't have action behind reparations, but yet as a country, our current administration is sending billions of dollars, $2 billion to aid Ukraine. But we can't even sit down and, you know, talk about, okay, what about reparations again? What we're going to do now? What we're going to do about reparations? We can't have that discussion. But when it comes to the thing and the jab and testing, oh, we're a priority. We're a number one priority for that. They want our attention with that. Y'all better wake up and see what's going on. So is the pandemic really over? Some communities would say hey, no, it's not over. I don't know, y'all let me know. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. Y'all stay tuned. I'll be back with more news and commentary you can use. Y'all take care. Take care, y'all.